Hey everybody, Hidden Ptarmigan here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for clicking on the video and hanging out with me for a little bit. We're going to be playing a little Season of Discovery on our Tarn Shaman. And we're going right after the gnolls, as customary. Time to hunt some gnolls. As you can see, we did travel up to the Eastern Plaguelands, or the Western Plaguelands at some point. Tried to do a little bit of questing there, because I was kind of not a huge fan of this environment. It's kind of too hazy for me. And I just realized that fighting the Scourge would be so much more fun for me than a bunch of gnolls in the woods. But, you know, sadly, I learned very quickly that I was not ready to fight the Scourge. And, we're going to go back to one-shotting level 40s for a little bit. Because the Scourge were, they were too tough for me. I killed a bunch of them, but it just took forever for me to get even through, to even complete one quest. So I figured rather than spending the entire video sitting on the ground drinking after every single fight, which is very customary for classic players to do, I would come back to this area where I can pull 10 mobs and still manage to kill them all. I'm very tempted to go re-roll Elemental, because this playthrough has just kind of turned into me mainly DPSing and questing, because that's what I've been having fun doing. Uh-oh, there they all go. There's that distress beacon I've been trying to not do. Excellent. Now we gotta find these battle plans, which are here somewhere. Anyone know where they are? One of them laying on it. Huh. There they are. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, after this we're going to get some darter wings. Oh, that's one of my favorite shield designs in the game. Alright, let's get out of here. Head north. Get to work on those darter wings. Yeah, no, I completely forgot what I was just saying. Oh yeah, I went to the Western Plaguelands and I got stopped. I mean, that's just putting it lightly. I got crushed. It's not a good experience. But you know, you live and you learn. Sometimes you learn too late that Tarn are not undead proof. I've been really having a ton of fun in Cataclysm, and that's been an awesome experience, surprisingly. Did not think I would hate Cataclysm. I don't know if I already said this, but as I play more of the Classic world, and I know there's a ton of people that are diehard fans of Classic, I do understand now why Blizzard made the changes they made. You know, if you would have told me, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, like, do you think that Blizzard should have ever changed the world? I would have told you straight up, no way. I think they should have kept the Classic world completely. And that they really screwed up their game by getting rid of it. But I now fully, I changed my mind on that. I think that Cataclysm did a good thing. I think changing the world up was the right decision for Blizzard. And where I think they dropped the ball is failing to do it again. I know that sounds crazy probably, but I think Cataclysm, I think we should have had another major real world revamp. I think what expansion would have made most sense in. I think after Warlords of Draenor, I think instead of Warlords of Draenor, I did not like that expansion. But I think when that came out, I think a really good substitute that Blizzard should have done is revitalized the world. You know, the Cataclysm was 2 expansions before that. The world's had time to heal, right? All that jazz. And they should have changed it again. And that should have been the premise of Warlords of Draenor, going up to level 100. I think that would have been neat. Alright, we're done with the darters, so we are going to head west and go take care of some ogres. Yeah, the reason, and sorry for clearing my throat there, everyone. Sort of that was super loud. The reason I think that a world revamp is needed again, and should have been done in place of Warlords of Draenor, is because I think the soul of this game is these continents. And I think Mop took us out of those continents long enough to... Actually, not Warlords Draenor. I think it should have been the following expansion. What was after WoD? I don't even know. Was it Legion? It was Legion. It was Legion. I think between Legion and WoD. No, but Legion would have called... No, maybe I'm wrong. Because Legion would have caused the vast destruction. I think that's the perfect time to do a world revamp. I think Legion was a perfect time to do a world revamp. Think about it. You could have changed so much in Legion. The way you could have done it is had the Legion invade and just mess everything up. Like complete zones, like Deathwing did. He kind of just came in and wrecked shit. We could have had the Burning Legion come in and wreck shit, right? Like, you could have had the entire story. For part of the story of Legion could have been like, okay, the world is finally starting to heal, and a lot of these zones are like fixed. Like, okay, Thousand Needles is still wrecked, but like we've had some development there. Now there's all these people that live on the Needles, and there's these tribes that live there and whatnot, right? So add some new towns and stuff with Thousand Needles. Like, some of these worlds are fixed. Desolus is now a completely different environment. It's completely overgrown. It's a lush jungle, like Feralus, and they're basically one mega. You can combine the 2 zones into a mega zone. That shares a border with Mulgore. Dude, the potential was endless. Would have been so cool. Those could have been turned into an endgame zone, because at this point in the story, after when Legion's out, there's so many zones now that you don't need all of them to level, because you do level pretty quick. Would have been amazing. Would have been phenomenal. And then you could have had like all kinds of stuff added in like that. It's combining some zones, revitalizing them for this world revamp that happens. And what you do is you've got some of the game taking place in the new zones. That's actually something that I think Blizzard does an absolutely terrible job with, is they throw away content. Like, I throw away napkins. Like, it's still my favorite game of all time. WoW has been a huge part of my life, and I love it. But I think that, like, if we open up the retail world map, all of this is dead. No one, you don't use it for anything. I was doing Warfronts on my Hunter the other day, just to get some cool transmog armor, and there's not a soul in Darkshore. Nowhere. It's really sad, honestly. And that's something I really wish that Blizzard had figured out how to do. It's not a hard concept. Like, you could add world bosses to certain areas, or, like, I don't know. I mean, there's literally an endless amount of things you could do to kind of revitalize those zones. Stop adding new zones. That's what my thought is. Like, come on, Blizzard. Like, we have all these zones that no one plays in anymore. Why don't we just reuse them? And I hope that's what the next expansion does. I know they're revisiting Quel'Thalas, and my only hope is that they decide, like, let's actually use this part of the map up here. Like, this zone, this is Ghostlands and Quel'Thalas. Like, let's use it. Let's not just leave it. I don't know why they don't change existing zones. Are they afraid that players aren't going to have a place to level in? I mean, the leveling is already... You could choose which expansion you level through. Like, so why does it matter? Like, you could already go back and experience it. Like, Chromie exists. Just a thought. That is just a thought. I don't know if it's the right move, but I think it would be cool. I have so many hopes and dreams for this game. I'm such like a fanboy of this game, and like I have so many ideas for it. I think one of my biggest hopes for WoW going forward is the repurposing of its existing zones. And I'd like for them to figure out how to make the game feel alive again. Because it really... Retail WoW kind of feels dead. I think the servers are like the only place you ever see players is the main city. Now maybe I'm just on a dead server. I could just be on a dead server. It's like if you go, I made a character on Moonguard, not like that, but I did make a character on Moonguard just to see what a full server would be like. And I heard those communities are pretty funny. I was actually watching the series that Herbbender made, and they were so good. That series was so good. Those videos. So I literally made a character on Moonguard because of that series. Anyone hasn't checked out Herbender's WoW series? It's more like a Machinima style WoW, kind of. It's not. I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely not what. There's not a ton of videos out that take that style of approach to World of Warcraft, which I really like. It's not just a dude playing Mythic Plus. Like he tells like this story. It's really good. Not the style of video I make, obviously. I do like a long play style, and then I do my Mythic Plus style, which is generally focused on teaching players how to play a role they've never played or do things they've never done. More of a teaching style for my Mythic Plus content. But yeah, Herbbender does some other stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to explain someone else's channel during my video, even though I love his channel, but that's not why you're here. Yeah. Anyway, seeing people out in the world again would be nice. In retail. I wonder if flying is the reason that you don't see people out in the world. Because you can fly at such a low level, you just generally don't see people. Or maybe it's a dead server. Maybe I should transfer to a really big popular server and see what that's like on my main character. My paladin and warrior are on populated servers, but my priest, my warlock, not my warlock, what the hell is he? He's a priest. My priest is not. Look at that, a player. Troll warrior. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, they're fighting a warlock. Whoa. Go get him. Go get him, doggies. I think I was just here, and I know I wasn't, because the last time I was here, it was the Wrath of the Lich King re-release, and I was on my paladin. It's the last time I leveled through this area. So what do we need? We need shamans, and that's it, and shamans. And then we'll probably have to come back here. So our plan is to fight the shamans, swoop up, kill the yetis. And then we will wrap that up. We also picked up the Shaman quest, where we have to get... Yeah, I said Shaman a lot in the last 3 sentences. we picked up the Shaman quest where we have to get the elements, and we will try to get those when we can. Alright, where are all these Shamans? Well, those aren't Shamans, those are Warlocks. All are. Still give good XP, so whatever. I mean, it's not great sod XP, but it's XP. We'll go down that way. Maybe there's some in the cave. I low-key wish I was still on my warrior. Shaman's tough. Something about it is, I think it's the maintenance of the totems, and I feel like I'm not playing it correctly because I never use my totems. Because I really don't feel like I need to. I know I could increase DPS, but like constantly having to summon these is like, ah. But anyway, I've been whining a lot in this video. Seems like that's what I don't love about Shaman, though. Other than that, it's been fun. I'm wondering if Elemental is what Elemental Shaman is like, and if it's worth respecking to Elemental. And I know this series initially started as a tanking series, but they do have full spec, and I haven't really been inclined to do tons of dungeons just because of, for whatever reason, I like questing. I know I might be crazy. I might be the only person that enjoys questing in WoW, but I do. But I've been playing Enhancement for 50 levels, so I'm kind of thinking, like, do we throw dual spec on there and pick up Elemental just to give it a try? Is that like a terrible idea? For some reason I always accidentally hit my Battle.net friends list button. Oh, that's a building? Oh, okay. Alright. Well, we will continue to kill mage lords then. Shaman, shaman, shaman. Yeah, warriors are sick, man. I don't know why. I love having a giant two-handed weapon and just running around slicing people up. Can you play two-handed enhancement shaman? Because if you can, we might be doing a little bit of respec. Because I know you can get axes and maces. Could be fun, I'm just saying. What would you use your chest on your chest though? Would you use two-handed mastery? Oh my god! Really? Okay. We might be trying two-handed shaman after this for the next video. We might be giving it a shot. I think it'd be cool to change it up. I know I have some pretty great one-handers, but I'm sure I could go to the auction house and grab a cheap two-handed weapon that's pretty baller. Or maybe one of these quests will give one. That's a huge thing to ask for. Any raids up? Nope. We are doing Sunken Temple. If anyone is interested in running a Sunken Temple, please join the Discord. It's a link in my description of my channel. And we'll be getting one of those rolling whenever enough people join. Last time we raided was we did Black Fathom Deeps at level 25. It was pretty fun. Alright, you know what? We're gonna kill some Yetis. Get the Yeti fur. We'll come back for the Shaman. Gives us some nice gloves. It might be an upgrade. Yeah, they will be. Yeah, like, I like Enhancement's playstyle. I just kind of want to smack something with a two-handed weapon. It sounds kind of crazy, but sometimes you just gotta hit someone with an axe. I don't have Ravager, sadly, from Scarlet Monastery, though I could just go farm it. I'm pretty low. I mean, it's pretty low level for me. I could probably just go farm Herod and get his helmet and get Ravager and the shoulder piece. It would be better than everything I'm wearing. Wouldn't be the worst decision I've ever made. I mean, Undercity's not that hard to get to. It was literally up there like a half an hour ago. Sorry about the cut there, guys. Had something come up and I needed to take care of that. But we are back in action right now. Back to killing some Yetis. We got 2 Yeti hides. We need 10. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing two-handed Shaman. I think it'd be pretty fun. Wheeled Shaman is pretty cool too, but I mean, sadly you do have to redo your entire spec to do that, but that's fine. Ooh, a little cave pass. Oh, there's the homing robot. How far do you have to escort this dude? I thought it was pretty annoying and pretty far. Isn't it like all the way over to here or something? Comment below if you want to see me do it. I'll hold on to the beacon. I don't plan on doing it yet, but if you really want to see it, I will do it. Just for the content, obviously. And if you'd rather see me swap to Elemental for my off spec, would you rather see me go Enhancement two-hander or Elemental? Comment below. And by the time I record the next one, since it's going to be a week between recordings because I have some stuff, I have to go out of town unfortunately this weekend due to some things, and I will not be able to record another one of these videos this week, but that is okay. So I will have plenty of time to read your comments between now and when I record, or I guess between when this video goes live, which goes live the day before or the day after. What is it gonna go live? It's gonna go live on Tuesday the 10th. Is it the 10th? Yeah, the 10th. I'm recording this the day before. Not have any time over the weekend, sadly. Sometimes I can't play WoW. My favorite thing to do over the weekend. I love nerding out to WoW. Waking up Saturday morning, grabbing a coffee, and my favorite, what I usually do when I record, if anyone actually cares, is I get up in the morning on like a Saturday or Sunday, if I'm not doing something in the morning. Sometimes I go to the gym in the mornings, and I will sit. I can make a cup of coffee. And I sit in my on the couch. And I watch like a little bit of YouTube or whatever. Usually YouTube. I don't really watch Netflix that often or TV. Generally a big YouTuber. Like consumer YouTube as well. I don't know. I just like watching other people's stuff. So I'll watch a little bit of YouTube, and then I'll go ahead and fire up while I drink my coffee, and I fire up the recording software, and then start either recording or editing, depending on what I did the day before. So if I typically record everything a week in advance, except for today. This weekend I did not record much because I was sick over the weekend, and that you know that kind of sucks. I was sick on Friday and Saturday. Not like a sick, like just a stomach ache, but it was one of those stomach aches where you just can't function. Just laying on the couch, just writhing in pain for the entire day. It was awesome. Just hung out on the couch all day on Saturday and Sunday. For Saturday, and then I actually went camping over the weekend. Yeah, I know. I got a stomach ache. I was like, you know what's a great idea? Let's go sleep in the woods. You know, just packed up a little backpack, did a little hiking out to the campsite, and did a little backpacking trip. It's pretty fun, but yeah, not as much time to record as I would have liked to. Yeah, I usually record on Saturdays. So today is Monday. Monday the 9th. Was that a two-handed weapon? It was, but it was a sword and shot. That's a sick-looking sword. Wow. I know a certain YouTuber doing a samurai challenge that would have loved that. But that was in Hardcore Classic. That is the ultimate warrior sword. Wow. Alright, that's our Yeti hides. We're going to mount up and go try to get the last of these ogres. We just need some shaman. We need 6 more shaman. They're super rare down here, sadly. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Farming out some shamans. Gotta buy more cheese, too. So, Feralis, I think the lore about Feralis is... It is an ancient elven land. Like, I think this is all Night Elf ruins. And that's kind of the history of the zone. The Night Elf, when their empire was... Obviously, this is before the Sundering and everything. The Night Elves had a huge territorial presence here, and now they're reduced to Feathermoon Stronghold. You can see all their highborn ruins. This is the same temple that's in Darnassus, if anyone is curious. Should start a lore channel. Just do random lore packs. Maybe I'll restructure my Cataclysm playthrough to include tidbits of lore. Explaining the lore of each zone I'm in. That would be pretty fun. I'm like really into the World of Warcraft lore, so... There's a shaman, there's another one over there, we're gonna get him. The reason we left earlier was because there was a warrior here doing the quest, and I didn't want to fight for the ads. Let the warrior have everything, then I'll come back and clean up. Looks like we're getting 2 shaman here. There's another one right behind us. Oh, and we can hearth, which is big. There's a chance we're gonna be lazy and just hearth, but... Okay, let's be real. If anyone else has watched my channel for more than 1 video, I hearth when I can. Are there shaman in the tower? Let's go check the temple. See if there's any shaman in the temple. Forgot how slow mounting is. Oh, we got level 60 or 51. Sick. Mage Lord and a Rune Master. Battle Master. It's not exactly what I wanted. Mage Lord. Shaman. Yeah, this is the same temple model as the temple in Darnassus. Identical model. Yeah, it's the same asset. I don't know if the Darnassus one has these. Neat. Very Greek. Darnassian culture is... Oh. Oh. A friendly night elf. Oh, what? Is that an Eye of Cthulhu or an Azoth or whatever? That's creepy. What's that little eye doing in there? Oh shoot, that's a far fall. Farther than I thought. Whoops. Yikes. There's one. There's two. Alright. Hope no one else comes here. Go for it. Yeah, get wrecked, nerd. There's our last victim. The last shaman. Yo, he just got stomped. Alright, let's hearth and turn in these pretty trivial quests.
What brings you here?
Now, do you sell any cheese? Because I'm a big cheese guy here. No, but you do sell cherry pies. And I will also tolerate homemade cherry pies. Only if they're homemade, but I will ooh, we gotta buy some of these things. Those allow us to res if we die. And I don't use them enough. If anyone's watching my videos where I spend a ton of time dead. Okay, he wants the wings.
Well met.
No, he wants the hides, and he's gonna give us some gloves.
Be careful. Go.
Oh, and he wants some more. Okay. Can someone give me a cooler cape? Because I've been wearing this Wailing Caverns cape forever.
What brings you here?
Any of these quests want to hook me up with a new cape? Alright, we got the Earth Clapper shield. Got some new quest over here. Sick. The shield is so sick. It's not as good as our Scarlet Commander shield, but it is just so cool. I'm going to keep it just because of how cool it looks. There's rock. Fun fact, if you didn't watch, or I don't think I recorded it, but I walked around here for like 20 minutes looking for this character. It was pretty shocking. Good, we gotta kill some Grim Totem. Nothing makes me happier than fighting Grim Totem in WoW. It's so fun. Alright. Good stuff. I kinda wanna keep that sword. No, it's not worth it. Oh, we will equip those gloves. Sell off the old ones. All this stuff can get sold. I don't know what any of this stuff is for. Oh, we looted a 3 of Nightmares. Not sure what that's for, too. Alright. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for clicking on the video and hanging out with me for a little bit. I appreciate it. If you want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe and hit the bell button to get notifications on any content I post. Alright, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Peace.